Okay, we are back with our live coverage of Future Proof, and I've got with me right now a really great guest, someone who we are clients of, I will also say, Cody Barbo from Trust and Will.
Thanks, Chuck.
Cody, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, pleasure.
All right, so I've been looking forward to this conversation, and we were talking a little bit off camera, so maybe we'll bring that conversation on so the audience hears this as well.
Everything's on the record with me.
All on the record, absolutely. And I love that.
Yeah.
Because we were talking about some competitors, because there are competitors.
Yeah.
But, how do you guys all work together? And I think that's what we want to talk about here.
Yeah.
So the way I like to put it when I'm talking about estate planning with our clients at Sovereign is that everyone needs estate organization.
Yeah.
Some people need estate tax planning.
Yes.
Is that a fair assessment?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So tell us about that.
I mean, look, the biggest gap right now in the industry, this is both consumer and through the advisor world, is that 70% of families don't have an estate plan. And advisors have this amazing relationship equity with these families. They know when life events are happening, and they can keep them accountable and be almost like a neutral third party in a way, where it can be a little tense for a family to bring up the conversation. The advisor is there to keep them accountable, getting the estate plan created, keeping it up to date, looking for planning opportunities. And this is a gap in the industry because families are just naturally preferring online tools and applications. So when you look at the landscape today, I think there's 7 companies in the estate planning category here at Future Proof. All of us are in it for the same reasons. We have a slightly different go-to-market approach. Some of us focus on mass affluent, high net worth, ultra high net worth. And for us at Trust and Will for the last 5 years, we've mostly focused on families with a couple $100,000 to a couple million of assets. They're setting up a will-based plan, revocable living trust, mass affluent. And at the end of the day, we get the clients to get the estate plan done quick, easy, with confidence. And that's what advisors love about working with Trust and Will.
I think that makes a ton of sense. So the way we're kind of looking at it at our shop, as I said, everyone needs to have a basic trust, basic will, even your 18-year-old kid. We have a young adult plan. Actually, we don't talk about this enough. We actually launched, it's $70 roughly on the website. Okay.
But we launched a young adult plan. We had all of our exec team, they all became empty nesters the last 2-3 years.
Yeah,
and they're
I'm
like
almost there.
free-range chickens. They're like partying on the weekends. It's really funny, actually. They work so hard. And we notice that you have 2 to 3 million kids going off to college every year. Your kid's 18, they're still your baby, but you have no longer the authority to make decisions on their behalf.
We talk about this quite a bit with our clients.
It's really important, and it's a conversation that should have mainstream appeal because it's so obvious. Now, most kids go away, they have fun. We all did the same thing. We're 18 to 21, but like occasionally something bad can happen, and you don't have the authority to make decisions on your kid's behalf if you don't have these documents in place. So that's why we launched the Young Adult Plan. We see some younger people do it on their own. I think a lot of times it's mom or dad making them do it before they go away to school.
Yeah, no, we're doing the same thing. And frankly, we're doing this. I think that's the same guy that walks through every one of our shots. He's like following me. It's so crazy.
Maybe he becomes a celebrity or
Could it not be more obvious what we're doing here?
Yeah.
Very, very
some
limited.
guerrilla marketing. To see a logo on his back? Some guerrilla marketing, yeah.
Sovereign Financial. Okay.
Yeah.
So, lost my train of thoughts. We're talking about the kids, yes.
Yeah.
So, I didn't realize that till I attended some of your educational webinars.
Yeah.
Because why in the world would I think my 18-year-old about going to college needs any kind of estate planning? But they need it just so that way, God forbid something happens to him, I no longer have access.
Yeah.
He's still my kid, he's still my baby, but in the eyes of the law, he's an 18-year-old adult.
Yeah, I mean, your kids, they can join the military, they can go into their direct profession straight out of high school.
Yeah.
But these documents have such a power, as soon as you're 18, all the way through death, these documents have such a powerful effect. So when we think about Trust and Will, we think of the full life cycle from an 18-year-old, that's why we launched the Young Adult Plan from like 18 to 26, where you might still be on mom and dad's insurance.
That's right.
On payroll from like a I need Costco money perspective. Then we have a pretty even distribution. We have 1 million people that have used Trust and Will over the last 7 years, pretty evenly weighted between millennial, Gen X, boomers, even some silent generation. The wealth of those different segments, vastly different. But a lot of the needs are really just the common life triggers: marriage, kids, buying a home, divorce, death, diagnosis, the positives and negatives, but making it easy not just to create the estate plan, but to make updates as life changes for all of us.
That sounds real good.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have to ask you about AI, because it seems like it's touching every single aspect of everyone's lives. I'm sure it's touching Trust and Will.
Yes.
What do you guys have in mind to really leverage that to make my life easier as an advisor?
Estate planning, it's one of these things that's so funny because we started the business just to make it easier, more affordable, but now how do you make it so easy that you don't even have to really remember to do things? So we launched our platform called Estate OS a couple months ago that really unifies.
That name, by
Thank
the way.
you. Yeah.
Really kind of gives you an idea what's going on.
We wanted it to connect. We serve 3 stakeholders. We serve families today, we serve professionals, which is mostly advisors. That's why we're here at Future Proof, but we've got a product now for plan giving professionals. We're soon to be rolling out a tool for estate attorneys. So those are the professionals that kind of come together to work with the client. And then the enterprise. We work with hundreds of large financial institutions, big insurance companies. We distribute through the employer benefits channel. So Estate OS is kind of the unifying platform behind all of that. The AI front, and you're seeing this in tax, you're seeing this in financial planning, same in estate planning with some of the companies here. The AI assistance is such an incredible opportunity to be able to ask a quick question, get a relevant answer with some expert guidance behind it, rather than have to go search for it. Even a year ago in Trust a Mill, you'd have to log in, go see who did you name as guardians to your kids. It might take a few minutes, but now you just log in, ask the question, boom, it's right there, it's front and center. Same thing for an advisor. The advisor has the estate assistant. They can ask that question before a client meeting. They can do a scenario plan, and it's getting all of our expert content from the Learn Center, which is drafted from our in-house estate attorneys. So it's all about speed and confidence in the communication and the decisions that you're making in these estate plan updates. And then AI doc ingestion is the other one. You've got 100 million estate plans trapped on paper mostly, in a closet collecting dust for decades. And those estate plans have never been updated. So the ability to upload it, you could scan in each page, but if you have a PDF copy, you can scan it, upload it, get a snapshot, get a summary, have the conversation with the client. Does this feel relevant to your current stage, your current estate, and what your plans are for your family and assets? Most of the time, there's a lot of room for planning and changes to make, and that's where they can come in, create a new will, or if it's a trust, they can do a trust restatement. And that's the same thing that my own parents did. They had done a drafted plan with an attorney 15 years ago, updated their estate plan on Trust a Mill when they moved out to Texas to follow the family and the grandkids, which makes me proud that they used it. But it was a smooth experience. It took them 20 minutes to make the updates. I told my brother and I told him, give everything to the grandkids, not us.
Right.
And that was it. It was really simple.
Very cool.
Yeah.
All right, well, Cody Barbo, thanks so much for joining us.
Yeah, my pleasure. Yeah, thanks everyone.
And kicking us off for our day 2 and final day of coverage here at Future Proof.
Thank you.
Okay, and I also want to give a special thanks to Manulife, who's letting us kind of crash in their place as we're getting a little different angles for you to see what's happening here live. So stay tuned. This is number 1 of about 5 or 6 segments we're doing today. Next up, we have Michael Kitces, which is always a crowd pleaser.
Oh, yeah.
So stay tuned for that. We'll be back in about 35, 40 minutes. And Cody, thanks again.
My pleasure.
All right.